In today's India, one can become whatever he or she wants to be: a doctor, an engineer, a space scientist, or an astronaut. Anything. Today, India is a free country and a strong regional power to reckon with.
But how well do you really know the stories that made the India today?
India was a British colony till 1947. What events and who created the idea of modern India?
Welcome to the Revolution, Untold story of Indian freedom struggle.
Through the ages of history, prosperous of this country have caught the attention of invaders. Be it the conquerors, the barbarians, or the traders, they all came, they all robbed, while some left with fortune, rest remained to rule, and further diversified the inherent ethnic miscellany of the continent.
Although the latest geography of this continent has probably had the shortest existence in the history of civilization, the concept of India as a country is not much older either. Probably it won't be wrong to say that it's the quest of freedom from British rule that unified India as a country to fight for its independence.
However, the path to independence was not easy. The 200 years long history of Indian freedom struggle saw two different paths leading to final objective of independence. One is the way of armed resistance against the British rule, which saw the creation of Azad Hind Fauj under the leadership of Subhash Chandra Bose.
And other path was the final enactment with nationwide participation in Quit India movement under the leadership of Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. Gandhiji became the face of India's non-violent movement towards independence.
Some version of history propagates the notion that post-1857 Indian freedom struggle was largely non-violent. But we would like to draw attention to a letter written by Fonibhushan Chakraborty to historian Ramesh Chandra Majumdar. In the letter, the then acting governor of West Bengal, Fonibhushan Chakraborty, mentioned his conversation with Lord Attlee in 1956.
My direct question to Attlee was that since Gandhi's Quit India movement had tapered off quite some time ago, and in 1947 no such new compelling situation had arisen that would necessitate a hasty British departure, why did they have to leave?
In his reply, Attlee cited several reasons.
The principal among them being the erosion of loyalty to the British Crown among the Indian Army and Navy personnel as a result of military activities of Netaji. Toward the end of our discussion, I asked Attlee what was the extent of Gandhi's influence upon the British decision to quit India. Hearing this question, Attlee's lips became twisted in a sarcastic smile as he slowly chewed out the word minimal.
Though most parts of the mainstream Indian history books about the freedom struggle are dominated by the role played by the non-violent movement of Gandhiji.
Not only Subhash Chandra Bose, but there was a long list of freedom fighters who chose to take the battle to the British. They were repetitively crushed by the British authorities, but their success lied in the inspiration that led men and women to rise again to battle for freedom.
But it is sad that their stories of heroism and sacrifice for the motherland have hardly been registered. Very few prominent leaders of armed struggle have been remembered. Further painful is the silent abolishment of our own history, and shameful that we have even fallen to a degree where revolutionaries like Khudiram Bose, Prafulla Chaki, Bhagat Singh and other patriots are being portrayed as terrorists. At times, it feels like somewhere in the quest of rewriting the history, our leaders of democracy are taking a little too much freedom. In the process, history is losing its battle to historic novelty, and the truth is getting lost in transition through the generations. Hi, this is Sushmita Mazumdar.
And this is Kaushik Mazumdar, your host.
Through our show, we will try to stay as true as possible and present, if not unregistered, but forgotten history of the revolutionaries and their armed struggle of Indian freedom movement.